Alex Carter had always liked living on the space station. It was quiet, clean, and filled with interesting beings from all over the galaxy. His job as a systems engineer kept him busy, and he didn't mind the silence. But things changed when he got a new roommate. Her name was Ryla, and she was from a race called the Theron. They were tall, graceful beings with smooth, patterned skin that shimmered slightly under light. Ryla had soft green eyes, a calm voice, and a habit of reading strange alien books late into the night. She followed rules, cleaned up after herself, and never made much noise. At first, Alex thought they made a great team. He liked having someone to share meals with, even if Ryla preferred spicy root paste instead of normal food. They didn't talk much, but when they did, it was always polite and friendly. But now, something was different. Alex noticed it on a random Tuesday. Ryla had turned up the heater in their shared apartment. Way up. The room felt like a sauna. When Alex walked in after work, sweat instantly covered his face. "Whoa, Ryla," he said, pulling at his collar. "It's burning in here!" She looked up from her book, blinking slowly. "It is the season. My body requires warmth." Alex raised an eyebrow, but didn't argue. Maybe it was something normal for her kind, but it didn't stop there. Over the next few days, Ryla's behavior grew stranger. She stopped going out. She wore loose robes and sometimes paced around the apartment as if restless. Her skin shimmered more than usual, and her eyes glowed faintly at night. One time, she opened the fridge, stared inside, and then closed it without taking anything. She looked distracted, distant. Alex tried to be polite, but the curiosity was killing him. "Hey, Ryla," he asked one evening as they ate dinner at opposite ends of the small table. "You okay? You seem off?" Ryla paused, her spoon halfway to her mouth. She looked at him for a long moment, then lowered the spoon. "I am fine," she said. "It is a private matter." Alex didn't push. Aliens had their own customs, and it wasn't polite to ask too many personal questions. But the next day, something even weirder happened. He went to the local supply shop to get some air filters and snacks. The shopkeeper was a short, lizard-like alien named Gralix, who always liked to chat. "Your Thurin roommate still around?" Gralix asked while scanning items. "Yeah," Alex said, "though she's been acting strange lately." Gralix leaned in and whispered, "It's mating season, human. You didn't know?" Alex blinked. "Wait, mating season?" Gralix chuckled. "Every year the Thurin go into heat. Powerful emotions, strange behaviors. Some even go wild if they don't find a mate. You better keep your distance or stay somewhere else." Alex's face went pale. Oh no. He rushed back to the apartment, mind spinning. He didn't know much about Thurin biology, but the idea of being stuck with someone going through mating season sounded awkward, to say the least. He reached the door, ready to ask Ryla more questions, but before he could, the emergency lights flashed red. Beep, beep, beep. The station AI's voice spoke calmly. "Attention. Hull breach detected in Sector D12. All external doors are sealed. Lockdown protocol active for 5 days. Please remain in your assigned quarters." Alex stared at the flashing panel, then slowly turned to look at the door to the apartment. 5 days trapped inside with Ryla. During mating season, he walked inside slowly. Ryla was sitting cross-legged on the floor, her eyes closed, breathing calmly. The air was hot and thick. A faint scent, sweet and spicy, hung in the air. Alex cleared his throat. You heard the alert?" "Yes," Ryla said without opening. Her eyes. "We are confined." He sat on the couch and wiped sweat from his brow. "So, Ryla, about this season thing, I heard it's a big deal?" She opened her eyes and looked at him. For a moment, her gaze was intense, and Alex felt his heart beat a little faster. "It is," she said softly. My body is changing. My emotions are harder to control. Instincts rise. I am doing my best. Alex nodded slowly. Should I, stay out of your way? Ryla's lips pressed together. It would be wise. But you cannot leave. So we must endure. The word endure didn't make Alex feel better. That night, the heat was worse. Alex slept on the floor with a fan blowing in his face. He could hear Ryla moving in her room, soft footsteps, quiet breathing, sometimes whispering in her native language. At one point, she walked into the common area, saw Alex half awake, and froze. Their eyes met. She looked like she was struggling to speak. I do not wish to hurt you, she whispered. Alex sat up. I'm not afraid of you, Ryla. You're my friend. She stood there for a few seconds, then turned and walked back to her room without another word. Alex lay back, eyes staring at the ceiling, his mind full of questions. 5 days of this? This was going to be the longest lockdown of his life. Alex woke up the next morning feeling sticky and tired. The apartment was still too hot. His t-shirt clung to his back with sweat, and the air felt thick like soup. He sat up and looked around. The fan was still blowing weakly beside him, but it didn't help much. The station lockdown was still active, 5 days trapped inside. Now 4 left. He stood up and stretched. From the kitchen, he could smell something cooking. He walked over and saw Ryla standing in front of the stove. She wore a long robe, her back straight, her hands moving slowly as she stirred a pot of thick red soup. Good morning, she said without turning. Morning, Alex replied, wiping his forehead. Still hot in here? I have reduced the heat by 2 degrees, Ryla said calmly. But I still need warmth. Alex nodded and sat down at the small table. Thanks for cooking. I must keep busy, Ryla said. Her voice was quiet, almost sad. As they ate, Alex watched her carefully. Ryla looked different. Her skin was glowing faintly again, and her eyes seemed brighter. She moved more slowly, more gracefully, but there was something heavy about her, like she was carrying a weight inside. After breakfast, they both sat in the common room. Alex turned on the screen to check the station's status. The voice of the AI spoke again. Hull breach repairs in progress. Estimated time remaining. 76 hours. Quarantine protocols still in place. Please remain in quarters. Alex sighed. Ryla stood beside the window, looking out at the stars. Her arms were crossed, and her long fingers tapped lightly against her elbow. I have never experienced this alone, she said suddenly. Alex looked up. What do you mean? Mating season, she said softly. I always stayed with my people. We help each other, calm each other. Being alone during this time is dangerous. Alex sat forward, concerned. Dangerous how? She turned and looked at him. Emotions, thoughts. They grow loud, sometimes too loud to control. He stared at her, unsure what to say. I meditate. I breathe. I try to control it, Ryla continued, but your presence makes it harder. Alex blinked. Me? You are warm. You are close and... She paused, then looked away. You are kind. Alex didn't know what to say. The silence grew thick. He stood up. Maybe I should stay in my room, give you space. You can't, Ryla said quickly. The life support is failing in the smaller rooms. Only the common area is fully stable. The temperature control and air filters are working here. Alex sighed. So we're stuck. Together. She nodded. Later that afternoon, things got worse. The station sent out a warning. Life support maintenance failure in secondary zones. Oxygen levels reduced. Relocate to primary living space. Alex quickly moved his things to the main room. So did Ryla. Now they had to sleep in the same space. They made 2 beds, one on each side of the room. Still, it felt strange. Too close. Too quiet. That night, Alex tried to sleep but couldn't. Ryla was just a few feet away. She was breathing slowly but not asleep. Then, she spoke. "I had a dream." Alex turned to look at her. "What kind of dream?" "I was on my home world," she said, "but it was empty." I called out, but no one answered. "Then you appeared." Alex swallowed. "What did I do?" "You didn't speak. You just held out your hand." She paused. "I took it." And the world came back. The room fell silent again. Alex stared at the ceiling. He couldn't pretend anymore. Ryla was suffering. And it wasn't just biology. She was scared. She was alone. And even though she was an alien, she was also his friend. The next day, the apartment lights flickered. Then, the air system made a loud click-click noise and stopped. Alex jumped up and checked the control panel. "No airflow." Ryla stood beside him. "If we don't restart the system, the air will become toxic in 6 hours." Alex grabbed his toolkit. "I'll fix it." "No," Ryla said. "I will help." They opened the floor panels and crawled under the machinery. The air ducts were clogged. Coolant fluid had leaked onto the power coupler. The circuits were fried. "Hold the light," Alex said. Ryla did. As they worked, the temperature rose again. Their hands brushed a few times. Alex tried not to look at her, tried not to notice the glow on her skin, the sharp rise and fall of her breath. But it was hard. The space was tight, and her scent was stronger now, spicy, sweet, and oddly comforting. Ryla wiped her forehead. "The heat makes me dizzy." Alex passed her water. "Drink slowly." They repaired the leak, replaced the fuse, and sealed the panel. The system hissed back to life. Cool air slowly returned. They both lay on the floor, gasping, sweating, exhausted. "You saved us," she said softly. "You helped," Alex replied, looking at her. She turned her head. Their eyes met. "I am fighting it, Alex," she whispered. "But I am losing." "You're not alone," he said. "I'm here." She blinked. "Why?" "Because I care," he answered honestly. Ryla closed her eyes. "I have never bonded with another species. It is forbidden in some clans. But now I wonder if the rules are wrong." Alex sat up, unsure what to say. Ryla didn't move. She just breathed slowly, her skin glowing gently in the dim light. That night they didn't speak much, but something between them had shifted. Not just instinct, not just survival, something real. The 4th day of lockdown began with silence. Alex opened his eyes and saw soft light coming from the window. Stars drifted slowly outside, peaceful and quiet. But inside the apartment, the air still felt heavy. The temperature had gone down, a little since the life support system was repaired, but it was still warm. He sat up on the floor. Ryla was already awake, sitting near the window with her legs folded under her. Her hands rested on her knees and her eyes were closed. She was meditating again. Alex didn't say anything. He watched her quietly. Her body was still glowing faintly, and there was a calmness in her face, but it looked fragile, like something deep inside her was shaking, and she was trying to hold it together. After a few minutes, she opened her eyes. "You're awake?" she said softly. "Yeah," Alex replied. "Did you sleep at all?" "A little," she said. "I dreamed again." Alex raised an eyebrow. "The same dream?" "No," she said. "This one was different. I saw fire, and I was alone again, but this time I didn't call out." Alex frowned. "Why not?" "Because I thought you had left." There was silence for a few seconds. "I'm still here," Alex said. "I know," Ryla whispered. They ate breakfast in silence. The food was simple, just dried protein bars and reheated soup, but it was enough. Alex watched Ryla carefully. Her movements were slower than before. Her breathing was deeper. Her skin was glowing brighter now, with soft patterns moving slowly, across her arms like gentle waves. "Is the season getting stronger?" Alex asked. She nodded. "Yes, today is the peak." Alex looked down at his hands. "Are you okay?" "I don't know," she said honestly. "I am calm. But inside it feels like a storm. Everything is louder. My thoughts, my senses, even your presence." Alex shifted in his seat. "Do you want me to stay away?" Ryla looked at him. "Do you want to leave?" Alex shook his head. "No," she smiled a little. "Then stay." Later that day, the power flickered. The lights dimmed, then came back. The air vents made a strange buzzing sound. Alex stood and checked the control panel. "The station's systems are under stress." "I expected that," Ryla said. "This part of the station is old, not built for long lockdowns." Suddenly, the alert system beeped. "Incoming visitors. Sector D12. Biosecurity team approaching." "Residence 147. Alex read the message out loud. "Visitors?" he said. "Who would come during lockdown?" Ryla stood still. Her expression changed. She seemed tense. "They're coming for me," she said quietly. "What?" She turned to face him. "Biosecurity teams monitor Theren during mating seasons. If we show signs of instability, they take us to a private chamber for containment." Alex's eyes widened. "Containment? Like a prison?" "It is for safety," she said. "But it feels like being locked away, treated like a danger." Alex stepped forward. "You're not dangerous." "I am Theren," she said firmly, "and they do not trust us during this time." The door chimed. Alex moved to the panel. On the screen, 2 aliens stood outside wearing dark suits with white symbols. One held a scanner. The other looked into the camera. "This is Biosecurity Unit 3. We are here to retrieve Subject Ryla of the Theren. Please open the door." Ryla stayed quiet. Alex touched the comm button. "We're in lockdown. We can't open the door." "We have emergency override," the voice replied. "This is a direct order from station control. The Theren subject must be moved to a secure room." "She's fine," Alex said. "She's calm. She hasn't hurt anyone." "This is not your decision, human," the voice said sharply. "This is a health regulation." Ryla stepped forward. "Let me speak." Alex stepped back. She pressed the comm button and spoke clearly. "I do not wish to be taken. I am not a danger. I am calm. I am under control. Your condition has reached the final stage. We must confirm stability through our scans." Alex narrowed his eyes. "If you want to scan her, do it from outside. We're not opening the door." There was a pause. "Very well," the voice said. "We are initiating remote scan." A soft light appeared from outside, moving over the walls. Ryla stood still. After a minute, the scanner beeped. "Subject Ryla is showing elevated pheromone levels and emotional activity. Recommendation: isolate immediately." Alex stepped in front of the camera. "She's not hurting anyone. She's trying to stay calm. She hasn't broken any rules." "We are aware. But the risk remains. You may remain with her under full surveillance for the next 24 hours. After that, she must be transferred." Ryla nodded. "I accept the condition." The screen went dark. The visitors left. Alex looked at her. "Are you okay with this?" "I do not want to be taken," she said. "But one day is not forever." A small, round drone entered the room through the wall vent. It floated near the ceiling and began blinking softly. "Surveillance activated," it said. Alex rolled his eyes. Great. Now we have a floating babysitter. Ryla gave a small smile. At least it is quiet. That evening, they sat near the window again. The stars outside sparkled like distant candles. Ryla leaned back, her head resting against the wall. Her robe was damp from the heat, and her skin glowed brightly. "I feel strange," she said softly. "How so?" "I feel close to you," she said. "Not just because we are trapped here, but because you stayed." Alex looked at her. "Of course I did. You do not understand," she said. "If I had chosen you during the cycle, we would be bonded for life. It would not be a choice. It would be biology." Alex nodded. "I remember you said that." She turned her head and looked at him. "But I did not choose you." He blinked. "Oh, I fought it," she said. "I controlled it. I did not let the season decide for me." Alex swallowed. "Then why do I feel like something still happened?" "Because now," she whispered, "I want to choose. Not because of the season, not because of instinct, but because I care." Alex's heart beat faster. Ryla reached out and gently touched his hand. Her fingers were warm, soft, trembling. "I want to choose you," she said. He looked at her glowing skin, her calm but tired eyes, and smiled. "I want to choose you too." The fifth day dawned with a cold light spilling into the small apartment. The stars outside seemed calm and distant, but inside, tension grew like a storm about to break. Alex had spent the night awake, thinking about Ryla's words from the night before. She wanted to choose him, not because of biology, not because of the heat of mating season, but because she cared. It was a new feeling for both of them, fragile and unknown. As he brewed the weak morning tea, a sharp ping echoed. From the door's communication panel, Alex froze. Ryla's calm face tightened. She looked toward the door but said nothing. The screen lit up, showing two tall figures clad in dark biosecurity uniforms, their faces hidden behind helmets. "This is Biosecurity Unit 7, the voice came through, cold and official. "We are here to enforce containment protocols for Subject Ryla of the Thirin. Please open the door." Alex stared at the screen. "Containment? You're not taking her anywhere." Ryla stepped forward, her voice steady but firm. "I am no danger. You have no right to force me. Station orders are clear. During peak mating season, all unstable Thurin must be isolated for public safety. Compliance is mandatory." Alex clenched his fists. "She's been calm. She's my roommate. You can't just barge in and take her." The screen flickered as the biosecurity team exchanged quiet words. Suddenly, the door's lock emitted. A soft click. "This is your final warning. Open the door now, or we will breach." Ryla turned to Alex. "I will not let them take me." Alex took a deep breath. "Neither will I." He stepped to the panel and activated the lockdown override. The door locked again, this time sealing them inside with no chance of forced entry. The biosecurity team's voices rose in frustration. "You are breaking protocol, human. This will be reported." Alex ignored them. He looked at Ryla. "We need to find a way to prove you're stable. Otherwise, they'll come back with more force." Ryla nodded. "I agree. But how?" Alex thought for a moment. "Let's record our conversations. Show them your calm state. Let them see you're not a threat." Ryla hesitated. "Will they listen?" "They have to," Alex said firmly. "If we don't try, we lose." The drone hovered silently in the corner, recording everything. Alex and Ryla spent the day talking openly. She told him about her homeworld, the customs of her people, the meaning of bonds and mating seasons. He shared stories of Earth, of human emotions, and the strange customs of dating and love. Slowly, a bridge formed between them. When the recording was done, Alex sent the data to station control through a secure channel. Hours later, the door chimed. Again. The screen lit up with a new face, a woman with sharp eyes and a calm expression. "I am Commander Vessa of the Biosecurity Council," she said. "We have reviewed your data. It shows Ms. Ryla is stable and poses no threat." Ryla exhaled, relief flooding her features. "However," Commander Vessa continued, "station orders require at least 24 more hours of observation. During this time, no unsupervised contact is allowed." Alex frowned. "So you're keeping her prisoner longer?" "It is for public safety," the commander replied. "We will reduce surveillance, but the conditions stand." The screen went dark. Alex looked at Ryla. "Looks like we're not free yet," she smiled faintly. "But closer." That evening, the atmosphere in the apartment was softer. The heat had dropped to a comfortable level. Alex and Ryla sat side by side near the window. She reached for his hand. "I want to thank you," she said quietly, "for staying, for believing." Alex squeezed her hand gently. "You don't have to thank me. We're friends." Ryla looked at him seriously. "Maybe more than friends?" Alex's heart skipped a beat. "I want that too," he said simply. Their eyes met, full of new hope. The drone hovered quietly above, but for the first time, it felt like a witness to something beautiful, a bond that was chosen, not forced. The lockdown finally ended. The station's announcement echoed through the speakers. "Hull breach repaired, quarantine lifted. All residents may resume normal activities." Alex breathed deeply, feeling the heavy weight of 5 long days lift from his chest. Ryla sat beside him on the couch, her skin no longer glowing. The soft patterns had faded, replaced by the calm, cool tone Alex knew well. She looked at him with a small smile. "It is over." "Yes," Alex said, smiling back. "You made it." For days, they had been trapped together during the most difficult time for her species. They had faced heat, fear, rules, and even outsiders trying to separate them. But through it all, something had grown, a bond stronger than biology or lockdown. Alex glanced at Ryla. "So what happens now?" She thought for a moment. "I must return to my people soon. The mating season is done. The bonds will weaken if I do not." Alex nodded. "Will you choose me?" Ryla smiled softly. "I want to." The words made Alex's heart beat fast. "I want to choose you, too." They sat quietly, feeling the new connection between them. A choice made not by instinct, but by respect, trust, and care. The next day, the station buzzed with life again. People moved freely, ships came and went, and the usual sounds returned. Alex and Ryla took a walk on the observation deck. Stars stretched endlessly in every direction. The binary suns cast a gentle glow over the space station. Ryla reached for Alex's hand. "I have told my clan about you. They are curious, but accepting." Alex smiled. "That's good." "It is not easy," she said. "Some believe bonds must be made only through the season. Others say choice is important. I want to prove the latter is true." Alex looked at her warmly. "I think you already have." She laughed softly, a sound that made Alex's chest warm. As they stood there, watching distant stars, a soft breeze moved through the open-air vents. It carried scents from 1,000 worlds. Ryla leaned against Alex. "Thank you," she whispered. "For what?" he asked. "For trusting me, for staying, for choosing." Alex wrapped an arm around her shoulders. "We did it together." Days turned into weeks. Alex and Ryla's bond grew deeper. They shared stories, hopes, and dreams. They learned about each other's worlds, cultures, and quirks. Alex introduced Ryla to human music and foods, while Ryla taught him ancient songs of the Thurin. One evening, Alex surprised her with a small gift, a necklace carved from a rare crystal found on Earth. Ryla's eyes shone as she accepted it. "It is beautiful." "It's to remind you," Alex said, "that choice and love can come from unexpected places." She smiled and placed the necklace around her neck. Months later, the station held a ceremony. Ryla's clan arrived in their elegant ships, shining under the stars. They gathered in the grand hall for a special event, the formal bond ceremony. Alex stood beside Ryla as the elders spoke. "This union," one elder said, "is a symbol of change, a choice beyond biology, a friendship turned to love." Ryla looked at Alex and squeezed his hand. Alex smiled, proud and happy. The ceremony ended with a simple promise: to stay together, to support each other, no matter what challenges lay ahead. Back in their apartment after the ceremony, Alex and Ryla sat quietly. Ryla looked at him. "The season is over, but this is only the beginning." Alex nodded. "Together," she smiled softly. "Together." The stars outside continued to shine, endless and bright, just like their future.